Emmerdale Spoilers, Natalie J Robb reveals all about Moira Barton exclusive. Shock, Natalie has grown to expect dramatic changes in her line of work. And Emmerdale star Natalie J Robb was on fire last week as her character gave birth to a baby boy in explosive scenes as a blaze ripped through her barn. Gorgeous Natalie, 42, who has played Moira Barton for nearly 9 years, admitted she was initially shocked when she discovered what bosses had in store for her popular character. Especially as Moira, and the viewers, had no idea she was pregnant until her waters broke and she went into labor. Speaking exclusively to the Daily Star Sunday about the dramatic storyline, Natalie said, "Of course it came as a bit of a shock, but this is Soapland, and I've learnt to expect the unexpected. I was able to speak to a lady who'd had a baby and didn't know she was pregnant. It was her 5th child and she said that afterwards she felt a tremendous amount of guilt about all the things she'd done because she didn't know she was pregnant. You'll have a drink without thinking about it and do things that you probably shouldn't have. The main thing is you feel very guilty and defensive because nobody believes that you didn't know." Up and down, Moira has had a dramatic year. Natalie J Robb. Last year Moira tragically lost daughter Holly, who died from a drugs overdose. In heartbreaking scenes, Moira discovered her dead in her bed and has spent the last year coming to terms with a devastating loss. Natalie added, "Moira hasn't been looking after herself, and if anything, because of her age, she probably thought she was menopausal. What you're going to see is Moira struggling to bond with the baby. She also has this fear inside her that she might not be able to save this baby because of what happened to Holly. She feels responsible for Holly's death and she keeps thinking about how she'd cope if it happened again. It's very daunting for her and sadly it's only going to get worse." Natalie first arrived in the village back in 2009 with on-screen husband John and their 3 children Holly, Adam and Hannah. John, played by James Thornton, was killed off in 2012, which led to the exits of the couple's daughters. Actress Sophie Powles returned last year for Holly's traumatic death, and Natalie is now preparing herself for the departure of Adam Thomas, 30, who plays her son. She added, "I'm gutted. He told me a while before he decided to leave. He needs to tread the boards and see what else is out there. They're keeping the door open, so hopefully he'll pop back at some point. It's a big loss for me personally. I've known him for a very long time. We worked together on Waterloo Road, when he had the cutest chubby cheeks. He was such a cutie pie, he still is. He's like a son to me and I'm really going to miss him." Natalie has also been shortlisted for the Sexiest Female Gong at this year's Inside Soap Awards. She added, "It's just ridiculous. Have you seen how they make me look on the show? I wear very little makeup and frumpy clothes. It's very flattering, and I think a lot of women can relate to not being done up all the time, but I won't hold my breath. It's funny because I remember in my younger years always having to battle with myself to look a certain way. But actually you're much happier in yourself when you just accept who you are. You can't change your skeleton. I make sure I keep fit and eat healthily. That's what keeps you head together.